Did you know some plants don't just purify your air, they actually shift the entire energy of your home? While you're spending money on crystals and sage, living plants could be doing far more powerful spiritual work in your space right now. Plants that grandmothers wouldn't live without, plants that turn your living room into a sanctuary. Let's dive into 15 spiritual plants that attract positive energy. Stick around, because number 11 has been planted near doorways for over 800 years. And number 15 was used in purification ceremonies across multiple continents. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it. Number 1, rue, the guardian against negativity. This plant has one of the most trusted reputations in spiritual protection. For generations, the people hung rue near doors and windows to keep the evil eye and negative energy far from their homes. The blue-green leaves have a distinct, sharp aroma that tells you this plant means business. In Mediterranean countries, grandmothers wouldn't dream of having a home without rue nearby. It wasn't decoration, it was protection. Traditional practices across Italy, Greece, and Latin America recognized that rue could absorb negative energy before it crossed your threshold. People hung dried bunches above doorways or grew it in pots at their entrance. Note: rue can irritate skin in some people, especially with sunlight exposure, and isn't safe for pets or children to ingest. Used respectfully near your entrance, rue is like having a spiritual security guard that never sleeps, just quietly protects your space. Number 2, Bay Laurel, the plant of victory and abundance. Bay Laurel has been used in Greek, Roman, and Mediterranean traditions for thousands of years. This glossy-leafed tree has been associated with prosperity since ancient priestesses wore laurel crowns. The aromatic leaves are so powerful that victors in ancient games were crowned with them, and households kept bay leaves near entryways to welcome abundance. What's beautiful is how practical it is. You can grow it as a potted tree, harvest leaves for cooking, and use them for spiritual work. People write intentions on dried bay leaves, burn them, and release that energy into the universe, a practice done for millennia. Keep a potted bay laurel near your front door to welcome prosperity, or place leaves in your wallet to attract financial opportunity. Some place them under pillows for prophetic dreams. A bay laurel actually creates abundance energy in your space. It's like having a temple of abundance growing quietly in your living room. Number 3, hyssop, the ultimate purifier. This plant has one of the most direct spiritual purposes: clearing negative energy and purifying space. Hyssop was used in biblical times for cleansing rituals and trusted across traditions for spiritually cleansing homes after illness, conflict, or heavy energy. It grows with beautiful spikes of blue or purple flowers, and the leaves have a minty clean medicinal aroma. Everything about hyssop says fresh start. Traditional cleaners made bundles to sweep through rooms after arguments or sickness, steeped it for floor washes, or burned dried hyssop to reset the atmosphere. Here's what makes hyssop different. It's believed to actually clear stagnant energy, not mask it. Grow it easily in sunny spots. Some make hyssop tea for spiritual baths or add it to cleaning water. The plant attracts bees and butterflies, adding vibrant, positive energy. Hyssop sanctifies your space, making it clean not just physically, but spiritually. Number 4, Angelica, the divine protector. This plant lives up to its heavenly name. Angelica was named after Archangel Michael and believed for centuries to offer divine protection. People grew it near homes to invoke protective spiritual forces and create safety. This tall, impressive plant has large, umbrella-like flower clusters with a presence that feels protective. The roots, leaves, and seeds carry a distinctive aroma. Slightly sweet, slightly musky, deeply grounding. Traditionally, people planted Angelica near doorways and boundaries as a guardian. They carried the root as a protective charm, or burned it as purifying incense, inviting angelic protection. The plant's presence was thought to create a spiritual shield. For anyone feeling spiritually vulnerable, Angelica offers something security systems can't provide: the feeling that higher protective forces are present. It's like having a spiritual guardian standing watch, silent and strong. Number 5, Mugwort, the dream enhancer. This is where spiritual plant work gets intuitive. Mugwort has been user bed for thousands of years to enhance dreams, strengthen intuition, and clear mental fog. Traditional dream workers stuffed pillows with dried mugwort, hung bundles near beds, or burned it before sleep to encourage vivid, meaningful dreams. Here's how it works. Mugwort thins the veil between waking consciousness and the dream realm. It doesn't force anything. It simply makes subtle realms more accessible. People report clearer dreams, better recall, and spiritual clarity when working with mugwort. Grow it easily, though it spreads readily, so keep it contained. Some make dream pillows with dried mugwort, others keep a potted plant in the bedroom. The energy is gentle but persistent, like a soft whisper reminding you to trust your inner wisdom. For anyone wanting to reconnect with intuitive gifts or enhance dream life, mugwort opens doors in your consciousness you didn't know were there. Number 6. Holy Basil, also known as Tulsi, the sacred entrance guardian. Holy Basil is sacred in Hindu tradition, traditionally kept near entrances to invite blessing and protection. This fragrant herb, with purple-tinged leaves and distinctive clove-like aroma, is both easy to grow and powerfully sacred. In traditional households, Tulsi plants are kept near the front door, tended daily with devotion. Here's the beautiful thing. You don't just grow it, you care for it. Daily watering becomes meditation. Tending becomes an offering. The plant responds by creating increasingly powerful protective energy. Tulsi is also used in tea for calming energy, and leaves can be offered during prayer. But the primary use is simply having the living plant present, creating a sacred threshold. When you walk through a doorway protected by Tulsi, you feel the energy shift. It transforms your doorway into something sacred, blessing everyone who crosses. Now, if you're finding this eye-opening, hit that like button right now. It helps this video reach others ready to transform their spaces. And if you haven't subscribed, click that button and ring the bell. We're building a community who understand our homes can be sanctuaries. Let's keep going. We're getting to the most mystical ones. Number 7. Lemon verbena, the joy bringer. This plant brings bright, uplifting, fresh start energy into your home like nothing else. The intensely lemon-scented leaves create an atmosphere of joy, optimism, and new beginnings. Just brushing your hand through the leaves releases this bright, clean aroma that immediately lifts your mood and clears mental fog. Traditional practitioners washed floors and doorways with lemon verbena tea before important new beginnings. Here's the principle. Lemon verbena doesn't just clear negative energy, it actively attracts positive, joyful energy. It creates an atmosphere where good things feel possible, where hope feels natural. After depression or stagnation, lemon verbena restores genuine optimism. Grow it easily in containers. Some simply brush their hands through the plant when they need an energetic lift. The plant seems to radiate sunshine, even on cloudy days. For anyone wanting joy, fresh starts, and optimistic energy, lemon verbena makes your home feel like every day is a new beginning. Number 8, scented geranium, the heart healer. This is one of the most overlooked spiritual plants. Scented geranium with rose-scented leaves creates gentle, heart-opening, peace-bringing energy. While roses get attention for love work, scented geranium offers similar energy in an easier, more practical package. The leaves smell like roses with a green, herbaceous undertone that's incredibly soothing. Traditional use included carrying leaves for protection and growing the plant where family tensions needed soothing. Here's what makes it special. It addresses heart energy without being overwhelming. It helps create an atmosphere where people naturally soften toward each other, where conflicts feel less urgent, where hearts can rest. Grow it easily in bright, indoor light. Leaves can be used in spiritual baths or tucked into pillows for peaceful sleep. Some brush the leaves before difficult conversations to invoke peaceful energy. For anyone wanting heart-centered, peaceful, harmonious energy, especially in relationships, scented geranium offers constant, gentle support. It helps your home become a place where hearts naturally open. Number 9, Jasmine, pure spiritual joy. Jasmine represents one of the most powerful energy shifts you can create with a plant. The intoxicating fragrance alone shifts your emotional and spiritual state dramatically. That sweet, heady floral scent is associated with lifting depression, inviting love, creating harmony, and connecting with divine feminine energy. Traditional practices across Asia and the Middle East include offering jasmine flowers at altars and growing jasmine near windows where fragrance fills the entire home. Here's the mechanism. Jasmine doesn't just smell beautiful, it actually shifts your vibration toward higher frequencies. The scent pulls you out of dark moods, creates celebration even on ordinary days, and helps you access love and deep connection. When jasmine blooms, and your space fills with sacred fragrance that some traditions say attracts angels and blessing spirits. For anyone wanting genuine joy, love, and harmony, jasmine offers concentrated spiritual beauty. It makes your home smell like heaven, and feel like it too. Number 10, Gardenia, the sanctuary creator. If jasmine is joyful, gardenia is serene. Gardenia creates an atmosphere of purity, peace, and true sanctuary. The pristine white flowers and intoxicating scent have been associated with spiritual protection, peaceful meditation, and creating genuinely sacred space. The scent is creamy, deeply calming, almost otherworldly. Traditional use includes placing gardenia flowers on altars and using the scent for meditation and prayer. Here's what makes gardenia powerful. The energy is both protective and inviting, both pure and deeply peaceful. It's like a temple in plant form, creating an atmosphere where the sacred feels naturally present. Gardenia can be challenging to grow, requiring specific conditions, but that difficulty adds to its spiritual value. Tending it becomes a spiritual practice itself, teaching patience and devotion. When it finally blooms, the reward feels like a blessing has entered your home. For anyone wanting genuine sanctuary energy, a space that feels spiritually protected and deeply peaceful, Gardenia turns your room into a refuge, your home into a temple. Number 11. Linden, the peace tree. This tree has been planted near doorways, in village squares, and around homes for over 800 years to create peaceful, calm, sanctuary energy. Linden is known as the peace tree, the tree that brings communities together. The heart-shaped leaves and honey-scented flowers create energy of profound peace and protection you can actually feel. Traditional European communities planted linden trees in central gathering places where people met under their calming influence. Families planted lindens near homes to create peaceful energy and protect against conflict. Here's the tradition. Linden calms heated emotions, reduces family conflict, attracts peaceful spirits, and creates an atmosphere where people naturally behave with more kindness and patience. The tree has a gentle maternal presence, like a grandmother watching over the household. While most lindens are large, you can grow smaller varieties in containers or plant dwarf types. Even a small linden creates surprisingly powerful peaceful energy. Some keep potted lindens near entryways or in yards where family gatherings happen. Linden got forgotten as we moved away from planting trees with intentional spiritual purpose. But for anyone wanting genuinely peaceful, conflict-reducing energy, linden offers centuries of proven service. It's the tree that makes your home a natural sanctuary where peace simply emerges naturally from the atmosphere. Number 12. Hawthorn, the boundary guardian. Hawthorn takes us into serious protective territory. This thorny tree with white flowers and red berries creates fierce protective energy trusted for centuries. Traditional practice included planting hawthorn hedges around property boundaries, hanging branches over doorways, and treating the tree as a spiritual guardian. The thorns represent spiritual defense, the flowers represent blessing, and the berries represent nourishment. Together, they create complete protective energy that both guards and nurtures. Here's the principle. Hawthorn doesn't just passively protect, it actively guards. The tree is associated with protective forces in Celtic tradition, both respected and slightly feared. You don't casually work with hawthorn. You form a relationship with it as a protective ally that takes its job seriously. Dwarf varieties can be grown in containers, though the tree prefers being planted in the ground where its energy can root deeply. Some plant hawthorn near property lines, at yard corners, or flanking driveways where guardian energy works most effectively. Hawthorn got forgotten as we stopped thinking about spiritual boundaries. But for anyone feeling spiritually vulnerable, wanting strong, energetic boundaries, or needing a fierce guardian, hawthorn offers powerful protection. It's the tree that stands watch, thorns ready, blessing offered, guarding what you hold sacred. Number 13. Yarrow, the courage plant. Yarrow brings warrior energy into spiritual plant work. This plant was used in old European practices for protection, courage, and spiritual defense. Warriors carried yarrow into battle, people hung it over doorways, and it was used to create boundaries against fear and negative influence. The plant, with fern-like leaves and flat clusters of white or colored flowers, creates energy of standing strong, holding boundaries and facing challenges with courage. Traditional use included carrying yarrow for protection, using it in defensive practices, and growing it where strengthening energy could support the household during difficult times. Here's what makes yarrow important. It doesn't just protect from external negativity. It helps you find your own courage, hold your own boundaries, and stand firm in your spiritual truth. After trauma, after boundary violations, after situations that left you feeling weak, yarrow helps reclaim spiritual strength and remember your own power. Yarrow grows easily in most gardens, even tolerating poor soil, speaking to its hardy nature. The plant self-seeds and spreads, creating increasing protective energy over time. Some make yarrow preparations for spiritual baths before challenging situations, or simply grow it near home, where its strengthening presence works continuously. Yarrow got forgotten as we lost connection with protective folk practices. But for anyone needing to reclaim spiritual courage, establish firm boundaries, or feel stronger in their energetic space, yarrow offers powerful support. It's the plant that reminds you you're capable of protecting yourself, that you're stronger than you know. Number 14. Frankincense, the temple plant. If you want temple energy in your home, frankincense is the plant that can do it. The resin has been burned in temples, churches, and sacred spaces for thousands of years to raise spiritual vibration, invite divine presence, and create an atmosphere of prayer and meditation. While frankincense as a living tree is rare and challenging to grow, having one is incredibly powerful spiritually. The tree itself carries the essence of sacred space. Just being near a frankincense plant is said to elevate consciousness, support meditation, and create temple energy. The resin, when burned, produces that distinctive sacred incense aroma, bright, slightly lemony, deeply spiritual. That scent has been associated with prayer, divine communication, and spiritual ascension for millennia. The living tree holds all that potential, creating energetic atmosphere even without burning the resin. Frankincense trees need bright light, excellent drainage, and warm conditions. They're slow-growing and precious, making them even more spiritually significant. Some practitioners keep small frankincense trees in meditation rooms or near altars where the energy supports their practice. Frankincense disappeared from home practice because living trees are difficult to obtain. But for anyone serious about creating sacred space, supporting deep meditation and spiritual work, a frankincense tree offers unmatched energetic support. It turns your room into a temple simply by being present. And finally, number 15, Vervain, the holy herb. I saved this one for last because it represents everything we've talked about. Vervain is literally called the holy herb. Across multiple ancient traditions, this plant was sacred to Druids, used in Roman purification ceremonies associated with divine blessing, and considered one of the most spiritually powerful plants in European folk tradition. Vervain was used for blessing, cleansing, protection, divination, and creating sacred space. It was gathered with specific ceremonies, treated with enormous respect, and considered a bridge between human and divine realms. Temples were swept with vervain, altars were blessed with it, and sacred spaces were purified with vervain smoke or water. The plant itself is modest, growing wild in meadows with small purple flowers on tall spikes. But that modest appearance holds tremendous spiritual power. Traditional practice included hanging vervain above doorways for protection and blessing, using vervain water to cleanse sacred objects and spaces, and growing vervain where its holy energy could sanctify the home. Here's what makes this the perfect ending. Vervain shows that the most powerful spiritual protection isn't aggressive or complicated. It's natural, rooted in ancient practice, offering blessing and cleansing and protection not through force, but through inherent holiness. Vervain grows easily in sunny spots, even tolerating poor soil. Flowering spikes appear in summer and have been harvested with reverence for thousands of years. Some make vervain water for blessing their homes. Others simply grow it near their entrance, trusting its holy presence to do its work. Vervain got forgotten because we stopped believing in holy herbs. But for people who can feel energy, who understand some plants carry thousands of years of blessing, vervain is extraordinary. It's the plant that reminds us holiness isn't distant or complicated. It's growing quietly, waiting for us to remember. If you enjoyed this journey into spiritual plants, smash that like button and drop a comment. Tell me which plant you're most excited to bring into your home. Are you team protection, team peace, or team purification? I read every single comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're creating a community who understand our homes can be sanctuaries, and I'd love to have you as part of it.